Have you already pushed record? Damn, you could have said something.
But now you can't.
I know, but at least I have control of it. Hey, this is weird, but I like the seating arrangement here, just because I can swivel my head back and forth a little bit more. Because when I sit over there on the opposite side of where I usually sit, from here to there, I typically get like a crick in my neck because I'm always having to look left.
Well, that's why I just turn my body just a little bit so I can look at the air conditioner that's brand new, and I just got to move my eyes back and forth between the boys.
And the air conditioner is going to be blowing right in this direction, so hopefully it doesn't pick up. It's not running today. Luckily, we had a temperature drop last night, and it cooled everything off, so didn't even have to run it. But
I'm still excited to see it work.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like I mean,
it conditions the air very well.
Not only that, but the sucker will do like, those big Lutz cheese balls.
Yeah.
I've got several of those containers from old times.
Weird flex, but okay.
It's odd. Dane had an idea long ago of taking those containers and turning them into Lego heads you could put on top of your head. And
you'd have to have a small head.
Well, not fit through the hole. You cut the bottom off of it.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense.
Yeah.
You want to get people's heads stuck inside of a jar.
Permanent Lego head.
You'd still have to make a neck. So I was like, if you left on the thing, you wouldn't have to make a neck. But your head would have to fit.
But the way that the top of them look, if you just take the lid off of them and leave them exposed, they look like the top of a Lego.
Mm-hmm.
So you cut the bottom off of them, and you can just shove your head in the bottom of them.
Oh, okay.
I see what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
So they never got turned into that. So the air conditioner will fill up one of those a day of just pulling moisture out of the air, because it also is doubling as a dehumidifier, because I bought that option.
Nice.
Dang.
So it's really cool, literally, whenever it's working, because it reminds me of like your those units on the wall of all hotels that you can turn on the super cold setting, and it is the coldest you've ever had an air conditioner.
Yeah, it's either nothing or like icebox.
That's this.
Well, see, the last time I was in a hotel room, I had that sucker on as cold as it could be for like 2 days, and when I got up to check out on the third day, the air conditioner was no longer working because it froze it up, even though it was like July or August.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize to whoever had that room after me, because it probably took a good day for that to thaw for you to use it too.
Yeah.
I did not mean to be greedy.
And one of this thing has an option on there that's built in, because it's new electronics, that gives it the sensing of when it's getting too cool on the inside from running it too hard. And it takes a break until it senses that it's better again, and then kicks the air conditioner back on.
I have a sort of opposite story about something like that. So years ago, we had a big ice storm that came through, and I got stuck out in Cookeville, so I just rented a hotel room. And me being the young, 19-year-old that I was like, man, this room is cold. I'm going to turn the heat on max and then go to work, so whenever I come back, it's going to be nice and warm in my room. It was a mother Frenching oven in there, and I had to literally have the door open and wafting it, because it was like 85 degrees in that hotel room.
Yeah, dude, you don't.
It wasn't cold, though.
No, it wasn't.
Neither was your neighbors.
Like, you got to take into consideration, too, like, an outside 85 has air that's moving, and that's still uncomfortable, Otto.
Yeah.
Like, what did you expect from a room that's isolated and closed off, and none of it can escape?
Again,
that's what serial killers do to decompose bodies quicker.
I was like 19 years old. This is one of the first times I had a hotel room to myself. So I had control of everything. And I was just like, yeah, this makes sense, because my frontal lobe hasn't finished baking yet, so my decision-making wasn't there.
I bet when the door opened, it just steamed like a sauna.
It probably did. He probably touched...
Bro went...
He probably touched the handle to get into the room, and it was hot. He should have gotten a warning from the door handle being warm to the touch.
He home alone himself.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't my brightest moment, but I survived.
Hi, everybody. I'm Austin Shazam Pfeiffer.
I'm Otto. That was a pretty cool solo for the Patreon, Cogdell.
And I'm Tiny playing with a big ass D20 Zent.
Hey, this is Nerd to the Grapevine, where your three best friends gather weekly to talk about the favorite parts of past, present, and future nerd culture.
We got there in the end.
We did some product testing before everything started up today. I think all the product testing is just now kicking in. We are trying to get into the proper mindset to be able to bring to you today something that we have not yet done here. And this episode of Nerded Through the Grapevine is going to be BYOP. No, it has nothing to do with a cat. It's Bring Your Own Poetry. Typically on here, we would do Southern poetry, where we take our favorite Southern poets and display their work for you in the best way that we can. Today, it is a no holds barred for you wrestling fans. No holds barred meaning you can do whatever. The one off limit, though, was going strictly Southern poetry. So this is all other genres of poetry that we have been exposed to in our time. And I believe, Tiny, you were saying something. I'm sorry for keeping on going.
No,
but
that's okay. I was just very excited to bring this one to the listeners. I forgot that this particular poet existed. It happens on occasion. And then you go back through the annals of time and you remember, oh, yeah, there was this one poet that had this one poem. And so I went back, I would say yesterday, the day before, and listened to this particular poem. It starts, I think about it every day. Could I have been the one to stay? Would you have been the one to change?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't stick around to see your fall, your face in my eyes forever changed. Your fall, your soul once pure, now it's dark and stained. Your fall, your lies blind my eyes through the light of day. Your fall. Past events have jaded me. Should I have been the one to see? Would you have been the one set free? No one was around to stop. Your fall, your face in my eyes forever changed. Your fall, your soul once pure, now it's dark and stained. Your fall, your lies blind my eyes through light of day. Your fall, your face in my eyes forever changed. Your soul once pure, now dark and stained. Your lies blind my eyes through light of day. I pray that all this will go away.
Your face in my eyes forever changed. Your soul, once pure, now dark and stained. Your lies blinded my eyes to the light of day. I pray that all this will go away.
Yes, and this poem is...
Oh man, that's
It
tears,
is-
tears to my eyes, man.
It is unheard. I don't even know how the words right now. This has not yet happened, but we have the psalmist on our show right now.
That was actually a poem that a younger me had written with a slam group that I had. It was really heavy slam poetry we had done. We called ourselves Trinity Avenue, and man, that was a dark spot.
Now here's one thing we can do that we haven't before, because usually we're left to examine the poems and assimilate what they mean from the point of view of the artist in question. Today, the artist is here on the show.
I can actually give you the exact frame of mind that I was in whenever I wrote this poem, because to this day, I will never forget the lyrical shoot that we did to express the poem to everybody. We made a miniature movie for it as it was being read. Here's the way the poem was actually founded in my brain. It was from a girl, of course, that I had been seeing for a little while.
A young lass.
A young lass, and I had known her for quite a while, and she had gotten back into my life and kind of like reinserted herself into a way that I'd never seen her before, and like shined a fresh light on her. And she had painted this picture of like this longing that she had had for me for the longest time, and it really just like clung to me, and I was so excited about it, only to find out that everything that I had been told was a lie, and she was in fact married.
Oh no.
And I was emotionally devastated from it for a little while, because you put that kind of trust in somebody and that kind of emotion into the way that, I am as a person. If I trust you, I trust you. And then once you break that trust, like, it hurts, especially when you get something emotionally tied to it. So then we shot a lyrical shoot for this poem, and I was once previously engaged, and the girl that I was previously engaged to was in the music video. Fun fact, your face in my eyes forever changed. Your soul once pure, now dark and stained. Your lies blind my eyes to the light of day. I praise this will go away. It really didn't help out whenever I ended up having to call off the engagement because I found out she was prostituting herself.
Man, that's
supposedly. This was never something that she was convicted of. This is a supposed action, but it was enough to convince me. And I no names named. If you know who I am, you probably know who it is, and you've probably heard this story in the first place. But it was a raw spot, so I had to put it down to pen to paper.
I mean, it makes sense.
You got to get those emotions out.
Have I ever told you about that before?
Yes.
I couldn't recall.
I remembered. I did not think about that when I chose this particular poem.
Hey.
I was just wanting to bring light to my friend as a poet.
I appreciate that, though, because, I mean, I remember once we had shared the stage at a poetry reading with another large poetry group, similar slam poetry. The group was called Framing Hanley. And I remember there was a crowd that had gathered for this specific poetry reading, and I thought that my stage monitor was having some feedback issues. It wasn't the monitor. The crowd that was gathered for the reading knew the lyrics to the poem and were reading them as loud as I was.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's a feeling that one can't really replicate your first time having that happen. And I get heroin addicts. I French and understand the heroin addicts. I French and understand the way that the poets of the past would get into the drug addiction, into the psychosis, and all this other stuff because of the things that they would be just lingering on, and thoughts that would just float around. But also the feeling of acknowledgement whenever it happens. It's like, oh, there's the dragon. I think that the one that I've brought could probably hit in a very similar way to the way that one did, as far as the way it made me feel that you brought it. This one was actually from a group of poets that gathered together in a far-off country called Sweden. And in a style of the Southern poets, they actually had made this song. And this psalm, the psalm that they had written actually came from a Southern poetry heritage, but was actually redone in a far-off land. The slam poetry group that had originally done this in this style, it was called Red Necks. This is Cotton Eye Joe. If it hadn't been for Cotton-Eyed Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton-Eyed Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton-Eyed Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton-Eyed Joe? If it hadn't been for Cotton-Eyed Joe, I'd been married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton-Eyed Joe? Now, here's what a lot of people that are fans of this poem don't understand. Being that English was a secondary language to rednecks, to emulate a Southern poetry's versing of their poems, they actually degrade the more the song, the more the poem goes.
The more the psalm
And
goes.
I never knew until this. He came to town like a midwinter storm. He rode through fields so handsome and strong. His eyes was his tools, and his smile was his gun. But all he had come for was having some fun. If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd be married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? If had been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd be married long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? He brought disaster wherever he went. The hearts of the girls was hell, broken, sent. They all ran away, so nobody would know, and left only men, 'cause of Cotton Eye Joe. If hat beat for Cotton Eye Joe, I beat mine long time ago. Where did come from? Where did go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I hate you.
I never knew.
I've only ever heard the very first verse
Yeah,
of this particular poem.
that's what most
in
people get through
a
before their brain
very
shuts off.
long time. I heard this particular poem once when I was a very small child. I forgot the majesty that lies in the rest of this particular psalm.
I actually forget oftentimes about the asides that they do in the middle of this poem. I forgot the rage-filled angst almost from the other side of
Yeah.
the aspect, because I never knew that the poem was actually about like I guess the man slays the women so well that they actually pass away, so the only thing
Yeah.
left around are the men.
He came for fun. It said that in the second verse. He came to town, old Cotton Eye Joe, for fun. So he slew all the women in this town, and now he's here to slay the men.
So if you
He is known colloquially as the Rizzler, as the kids would say.
the risk,
Oh,
He
God.
has so much Riz that he slayed all over town
he kind of sounds like G.
for fun.
What if he's G? What if G is actually Cotton Eye Joe?
See, this kind of slay is different.
Oh, okay, different. Oh, different kind of slay.
Yes.
Right.
This
Okay.
is the slay of the second type,
Not the third type, which is Santa.
which is more horizontal.
Okay, I
You
got
get
you.
my,
I do.
my,
I understand.
my dreaming, yeah.
If
Sometimes even with pineapple.
if if our dear listeners want to hear another rendition of that poem, the poetry group Pawns Are Kings also does a great rendition of that poem. That's a little bit more English native.
So they covered Redneck's Cotton Eye Joe.
I wouldn't say that about them because that's a
I
very
would.
bad thing to say.
I would.
But
By the way, that thought probably causes Otto some discord.
I'm sure it does. I can see the discord all over him throughout the recitation.
the second that
There's a
I
link down there, click it and shit.
as soon as everything was clicking together, my brain turned off. The nice part of my brain turned off, and all I could think about was putting my head through the wall. But oh, you got a 1.
Oh, a nat 1.
I felt it.
Oh man.
I felt it roll a 1.
I've brought a poem today, and this poet normally, some people have trouble interpreting his verse just with the way that he speaks, but I think what he says is true. When dreaming, I'm guided into another world.
Pause for just 1 second. You forgot to introduce the name of the poet and of the poem.
He doesn't have to. I'll tell you right now who it is. I'll give him that damn intro.
Right.
This is one of the greatest poets of our generation, Scott Stapp from the slam poetry group Creed.
I know. I'm just saying for the Muggles.
I know. I like giving my listeners something to think about.
Okay.
But this is their poem, Higher. When dreaming, I'm guided into another world, time and time again. At sunrise, I fight to stay asleep, 'cause I don't want to leave the comfort of this place. 'Cause there's a hunger, a longing to escape from the life I live when I'm awake. So let's go there, let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher? To a place where blind men see. Can you take me higher? To a place with golden streets. Although I would like our world to change, it helps me appreciate those nights and those dreams. But, my friend, I'd sacrifice all those nights if I could make Earth and my dreams the same. The only difference is to let love replace all our hate. So let's go there. Let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? So let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Come on, let's go there. Go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Up high, I feel like I'm alive for the very first time. Set up high, I'm strong enough to take these dreams and make them mine. Set up high, I'm strong enough to take these dreams and make them mine. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place of golden streets? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? I think a lot of people don't realize the true meaning of this poem, because once you read into it, you do realize just how powerful it is.
He just wants to go to a place where everybody pees all over everything.
It's like it's like the paradox of the coin. That we're not talking about R. Kelly.
I just coughed so hard, guys. I coughed so hard that something inside of my body went numb. And from the tips of my toes all the way to my fingertips, I've got tingles.
You had too much Wheaties.
No, you R. Kelly'd me in the middle of a cough. And I physically ached.
You R. Kelly'd yourself.
No, well, just because I was talking about pee, and then I forget.
You gotta change your shorts?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't go poo-poo or pee-pee. I'm good. Shoo. All right. Well, just like the script of this podcast, my next poem.
Hold on. We didn't discuss this point yet.
We don't have to.
I had something like mind-blowingly brilliant, but that's okay. We can move on.
Just because we got okay. What do you think? What do you think, Tom? We
No, I don't even want to now.
Oh, don't be that way.
I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to my next poem
Damn.
because it's my turn now.
You usurper.
God.
No, you attempted to usurp. I went first. Remember?
I was just gonna bounce back and forth.
Well, I mean, it's what you get.
We can just replace all this hate.
So this next poem is entitled "Mr. Jones" by the Counting Crows. Sha la 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 la. Oh, full body tingles.
I told you.
I was down at the New Amsterdam, staring at this yellow-haired girl. Mr. Jones strikes up a conversation with a black-haired flamenco dancer. You know she dances while her father plays guitar. She's suddenly beautiful, and we all want something beautiful. Man, I wish I was beautiful. So come dance the silence down through the morning. Sha la 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 la, yeah. Yeah. Cut up Maria. Show me some of them Spanish dances and pass me a bottle, Mr. Jones. Believe in me. Help me believe in anything, 'cause I want to be someone who believes, yeah. Mr. Jones and me tell each other fairy tales as we stare at them beautiful women. She's not looking at you, oh no, she's looking at me. Coming through in stereo. When everybody loves you, you can never be lonely. Well, I'm gonna paint a picture. Paint myself in blue, red, black, and gray. All of the beautiful colors are very, very meaningful. Yeah, well, you know, gray is my favorite color. I felt so symbolic yesterday. If I knew Picasso, I would buy myself a gray guitar and play. Mr. Jones and me look into the future. Yeah, we stare at the beautiful women. She's looking at you. I don't think so. She's looking at me. Standing in the spotlight, I bought myself a gray guitar. When everybody loves me, I will never be lonely. I will never be lonely. Sad, I'm never gonna be lonely. I want to be a lion. Yeah, everybody want to pass as cats. We all want to be big, big stars. Yeah, but we got different reasons for that. Believe in me, because I don't believe in anything. And I want to be someone to believe. To believe. To believe, yeah. Mr. Jones and me, stumbling through the barrio. Yeah, we stare at the beautiful women. She's perfect for you. Man, there's gotta be somebody for me. I want to be Bob Dylan. Mr. Jones wishes he was someone just a little more funky. When everybody loves you. Oh, son, that's just about as funky as you can be. Mr. Jones and me, staring at the video. When I look at the television, I want to see me, staring right back at me. We all want to be big stars, but we don't know why, and we don't know how. When everybody loves me, I want to be just as happy as I can be. Mr. Jones and me, we're gonna be big stars. Chills.
Yeah, Counting Crows have some very well written poetry. And to sit and listen to the words flow in that manner, I mean, it lets you know just how skilled he was as a writer. You know, it's so poetic, and it tells such a good story. And the funniest thing is too, like in middle school, I remember this poem became pretty popular, and everybody thought he was talking about his penis.
I'd never understood why
I didn't either.
people thought that.
Because people are dumb, and honestly, once somebody says that a poem is about a person's penis, you listen to it and you're like, that could be about his penis. But it's totally not.
No.
It's actually about his friend.
Right.
Yeah.
And not his little one.
Not his little friend, but his actual, like, real-life person friend.
Yeah, just going out, hanging at the bars and the clubs.
My dad.
Just looking at, just girl watching. It's just two bros just broing out, going down to the Brodeo.
Yeah. Yeah, going down to a I don't know.
To the burrito.
Barrio. And
Barrio.
At the
To
New
the-
Amsterdam.
They're sitting
To
at
the
the
bar-
burrito.
Going to the Bari Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they had a burrito. No.
Just
They were
broing
looking-
at the burrito.
They were looking at burrito.
Burrito?
The burrito.
That's a big burrito for them to be like strolling through.
It's when you and your bros go get the biggest burrito that Chipotle makes and just all chow down together.
No,
It's
that's
the burrito.
No, I don't want to do that. That makes my
No.
tummy hurt. I went to a place yesterday with my mom for Mother's Day, and I had a burger that was it was so awesome. It was just it was a pound of meat. It had onion rings on it. It had bacon on it, and the buns were made out of grilled cheese sandwiches.
That gives me the Hershey squirts just hearing it.
Had some Parmesan on the top.
I took 2 rounds of probiotics yesterday to make sure I was capable of digesting it, and I only ate half of it because I'm very conscious against making my body explode like it used to. I'm trying to treat this IBS with some, some dignity. So Natasha Bedingfield had a poem called Unwritten, which is an odd thing to call something when you write it. I am unwritten. Can't read my mind. I'm undefined. I'm just beginning. The pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Oh, oh, oh. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Also by Creed. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where the book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we thought that Garth's Friends in Low Places liked to repeat itself a lot.
Yeah,
You branch out into other various forms of poetry, and you find that that's not quite that much.
Sometimes you just need another refrain.
It's just, and I
It
think
really helps accentuate the point that she's trying to make.
in my opinion, I think they should refrain from making it repeat itself so many times. But that's just my personal opinion.
they refrained the refrain, then the refrain, the refrain, the refrain.
Well, see, you just must enjoy what the artist has to give you.
I understand. Sometimes that's an ear. Sometimes that's different. No, that's the different art. Never mind.
I have brought another poem today. This one was written and usually spoken by a group of. Here I have their names: Ad Rock, MCA, and Mike D. Their group name is the Beastie Boys, and this is No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Bum up, bum bum.
No sleep till Brooklyn. Foot on the pedal, never ever false metal. Engine running hotter than a boiling kettle. My job ain't a job, it's a damn good time. City to city, I'm running my rhymes. On location, toying around the nation. Beastie Boys, always on vacation. Itchy trigger finger, but a stumble turntable. I do not want. I do. Ooh, sorry. The words are just taking over me, and it's causing me some discord in reading.
Oh,
Feel it on your skin.
live, uncut, uncensored, and irrevocably circumcised.
Yeah.
I did it.
I do what I do my
Nice.
best because I'm feeling. Oh Lord, have mercy. I do what I do best because I'm willing and able. I ain't no faking your money I'm taking. Going coast to coast, watching all the girlies shaking. While you're at the job, working your 9 to 5, the Beastie Boys at the garden, cooling, kicking it live. No sleep till another plane, another train, another bottle in the brain, another girl, another flight, another drive all night. Our manager's crazy, he always smokes dust. He's got his own room at the back of the bus. Tour around the world, you're rocking around the clock. Plane to hotel, girls on the jock. We're trashing hotels like it's going out of style. Getting paid along the way, because it's worth your while. 4 on the floor, Ad Rock's at the door. MCA's in the back, because he's skeezing with a woman of the night. We got a safe in the trunk, with money in the shack. With money in the stack. With dice in the front, and Brooklyn's in the back. White boys got more rhyme. No sleep till Brooklyn. No sleep till Brooklyn. Ain't seen the light since we started this band, so MCA get on the mic, my man. Born and bred in Brooklyn, USA. They call me Adam Yonch, but I'm MCA. Like a lemon to a lime to a lemon. I sip the deaf ale with all the fly women. Limos, arenas, and TV shows. Autographed pictures and classy ladies of the night. Step off homes, get out my way. Taxing little girlies from here to LA. Waking up before I get to sleep, cause I'll be rocking the party 8 days a week. No sleep till Brooklyn. No sleep till Brooklyn. No, sleep till Brooklyn. No, sleep till Brooklyn. Yeah. No, sleep till Brooklyn. 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 Hey, we're at Brooklyn.
Anyway, Jesus Christ. You know, honestly, they have a much more high energy approach to the way that they read that poem. So hearing it in the more spoken word like that almost felt like I was trying to be indoctrinated into some kind of cult. And in all honesty, right now, if I was to get in my car, I would probably drive till I ran out of gas. In my I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going north. I'm going north. Why am I going north? I don't understand. I keep going north. I just don't understand. I'm out of gas now. I'm walking north. I can't go to sleep. I got here. Why is it so smoggy?
I was just being ASMR.
Oh my! Oh boy! I'm back, and I somehow woke up, and Arnold came out of my body for half a second. We'll hear that on the playback, but that hurt me.
It just when you hear the performance versus our more spoken renditions of it, sometimes you just realize more things about the song. Maybe some hidden meanings.
Those psalms, they really hit heavier whenever we read them this way.
Absolutely. One of my favorites, also from my childhood, it's called by the Crash Test Dummies. I don't know what's about to happen.
What's good?
Once there was this girl. Hold on a second. All right, keep going.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Get that out of my body.
Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from when the cars had smashed him so hard. Once there was this girl who wouldn't go and change with the girls in the change room. And when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it. They'd always just been there. Both boy and girl were glad, because one kid had it worse than that. Because then there was this boy whose parents made him come directly home right after school. And when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it. They'd always just gone there.
Sounds like someone left their personal massager on.
Sounds like somebody's trying to refuse a call while their phone's on vibrate.
Or maybe somebody just duct taped.
All three of those could be part of one good time,
Or
depending on who you are.
Or maybe they're eating Kentucky Fried Chicken for the first time.
Could be. Chicken looking good.
Salt. Salt.
All 11 herbs and spices are salt.
All 11 herbs and salts.
Just salt.
So earlier today, before everybody showed up to the house, my wife and myself were watching this poetry reading contest that America votes on who reads the best poetry. And it's called American Idol. And on American Idol, you've got all these poets that gather from all over the country, and they get voted by America to see who can read poetry the best in the most convincing ways. And they have a night that was going on this episode we were watching called Disney Night. And some of the poetry from the Disney movies gets featured on this. And there's so many psalms that you don't know that are in Disney movies that aren't like main Disney movie psalms. And one of them is actually from a movie called Hercules. My wife said to me, she said, "Honey, if you were on this show, which poem would you read?" And I said, "Well, I'm about to record my own show, so I'll read the poem, Go the Distance." by one of my favorite poets, actually, depending on who I'm around and how free I can be with myself. Just to get in touch with my feels.
Does that mean Tay in the Wind?
That means Mr. Michael Bolton.
Well, I was talking about how free you would get.
Oh, Tay Tay in the Wind?
Yeah.
Like Nell?
Yeah, like Tay in the Wind.
I'm not ever that free unless I've eaten funguses.
Okay.
Then I gotta rein in the Tay Tay in the Wind, and then my wife screams at me outside like, "Hey, we got neighbors!" Like, we're that redneck couple now. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a hero's welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds would cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way if I can be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my fate. Though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. And I won't look back. I can go the distance. I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part. For a hero's strength is measured by his heart. Like a shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its harms. I don't care how far. I can go the distance till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your arms. I will search the world. I will face its harms till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your arms. Phew, that poem gave me goosies halfway through, and I was not expecting that to ever happen, ever. Not once did I expect goosies to come from that, but it did, and I accepted them, and I actually really love that poem. I've loved that poem since I was a kid. And I think I could probably have recited it off cuff, but you know how we have fact checkers on here, Tab, and I don't really. I just didn't want to hear it. I just didn't want to hear the mistakes that I had made.
Oh, Bitha.
Oh, Bitha, she's the fact finder up in the joint, and we got to be proven wrong sometimes.
She is the holder of knowledge.
So I've brought another poem, and this one, I think some people don't realize that it was a poem before it was used on a certain television show. This is In the Streets by Big Star. Hanging out down the street, the same old thing we did last week. Not a thing to do but talk to you. Steal your car and bring it down. Pick me up, we'll drive around. Wish we had a joint so bad. Past the street light, out past midnight. Ah, hanging out down the street, the same old thing we did last week. Not a thing to do but talk to you. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but I think the message gets across.
I short but beautiful.
Because the ones who had actually done that poem for the mainstream consumption was the group known as Cheap Trick. And Cheap Trick's version is just a little bit more extended, and they have it's just, I think this is more cut and dry and to the point than what the Cheap Tricks version is. Also, I'd just like to let everybody know that is not a personal close friend of mine that doesn't know what happens whenever I get giggly laughy. Kitty from that specified television show is one of my go-tos for my laughs. And it's not something I do. It's on purpose. It's something that happens when I get to laughing so hard I can't breathe. It gets that real Kitty And I can't help it. One of these days, Red's going to show up and kick my ass, and I probably deserve it.
Probably.
Dumbass.
Yep. This poem goes out to the thin blue line. Anybody who has served or does currently serve as an officer that upholds law and peace and justice in our country.
Oh, Jesus. I'm scared.
It is by the group Inner Circle,
Oh, God.
entitled Bad Boys.
This goes out to me, apparently.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do, yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one. You chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father. You chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister. You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Nobody give you no break. Police give you no break. Not a soldier give you no break. Not even you, Idra, give you no break. Hey. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Why did you have to act so mean? Don't you know you're a human being, born of a mother with the love of a father? Reflection comes and reflection goes. I know sometimes you want to let go. Hey. I know sometimes you want to let go. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, oh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one. You chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father. You chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister. You chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
I am very glad to know some of the words to that because they are a type of poetry in which I refer to as upbeat poets. They typically follow an upbeat whenever they are going with the way they deliver their poetry. It's good to know the line, "Nobody give me no break, policeman give me no break." If you can read that without manipulating your voice to sound like the poetry group, you've done a good job and you've survived to fight another day. You are free to do so at your leisure. This is America. But it is an act of self-control in which I've had to practice for the last few minutes, and I am going to continue to practice it as hard as I can for now. I believe our final poem is going to be actually from royalty.
Ooh.
Someone royal wrote this. It doesn't say to which country they are royalty of. It just proclaims their royalty. This is by a poet known as only by one word, Prince. This is his poem, Purple Rain.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
I love this poem.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. Only wanted to one time see you laughing. Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only wanted to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never wanted to be your weekend lover. I only wanted to be some kind of friend. Hey. Baby, I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanted to see you underneath the purple rain. Honey, I know. I know times are changing. It's time we all reach out for something new. That means you too. Say you want a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it and let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. If you know what I'm saying, up here, come on, raise your hand. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you. I only want to see you in the purple rain.
I didn't realize what I've done to you this entire episode.
What happened?
I wanted to explode
Yeah,
into lyrical recitation.
it
with
hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You. It did.
It absolutely hurts. That is, I think, one of my favorite poems of all time. To hear my father recite that poem, he doesn't remember half the words.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't. I mean, Purple Rain is a very, very big part of that poem.
Oddly enough, if you remember Purple Rain, you got it halfway done.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed Prince whenever I got to see the interpretations of this poem in the times that he would perform this poem live. I remember once they had a massive reading in the middle of a big sports event. I think it might have been a Super Bowl. And Prince read his poetry as loud as he could in the middle of the biggest downpour they've ever seen at one of those shows. And he said, "No, we're not stopping. We're reading Purple Rain." And it was beautiful.
It's a very fitting time to read that certain poem.
Yeah.
It's powerful, powerful.
It was. Thank you so much for listening to us today. I think that we have gotten a lot accomplished, just kind of woo-sawing a little bit and allowing these poets to just tell us what we needed to hear.
Just to rain down on us, you know?
Just like Purple Rain.
Just to feel the warm, soft embrace of not lyrical genius, but
Poetic genius.
poetic genius. Thank you.
And
That's
it
what
did-
I was looking for.
It took us higher. And I will have no sleep till Brooklyn.
And
To a place where blind men could see.
And I just know for a fact now that if it hadn't been for Cotton Eyed Joe, I'd been married a long time ago. But that son of a bitch killed all the women.
I French and hate that song.
And so he was a bad boy. Bad boy. What you gonna do?
Because nobody gave him no breaks. I mean, the policeman gave him no breaks.
None. He's just gonna get his ass.
Oh!
Do 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 do.